Coming to you live from El Palmar, Spain. Hello, everybody, and happy Friday. I'm riding with my RV, wherever I want to be. Cause I'm free in my RV. Yeah. And it looks like I may be buffering already. Uh, so hopefully it's gonna be okay. Maybe I should lower my video quality to like the lowest possible resolution. It doesn't let me do it midstream. So, um, am I on? Can you guys see me? I can see myself back. So hello everybody, and the RV DJ, the bar is officially open. Welcome everybody, and Darlene Barcelo is here. Christopher Olsen and Mary Callan. Hello there, Jenny on Wheels. Happy Friday! Can't wait to hear how you guys have been enjoying Spain so far. Spain has been great. It's been a roller coaster of great and not so great, just because it's getting out of your comfort zone in certain things, and being in a camper van, in a not so great camper van, also complicates things. Mr. Roboto, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Hello there. And Team Con Carl, howdy from back in the good old USA. April Jordan, happy Friday, and your great way to start the weekend. Yeah, and let me tell you, this place where we are, we have you could probably hear the music. Uh, it's a bunch of it's like Miami Beach. It's like a bunch of bars and restaurants right next to each other, and they all have live music. Most of them really good live music, and great food. I mean, we just had fabulous. Pete Diaz, hello friends. Hello Cindy G. Christopher Olson, we hear you. Thank you. Uh, how are the Spanish IPAs? Well, I've only had, the IPAs are not really big here. I've only had one Spanish IPA, and was the Mao IPA, as they call it. And it was really a collaboration with an American brewery. But what I have here today, and it's really cool, is Spain is also very original. Here in the south, in Andalusia, seems to be the beer of choice, Cruz Campo. So that's what we're having, something local, and it's sweating a lot because. By the way, another thing, tonight is the first night where we are not boondocking. We actually have power. We've been roughing it for a couple of days, saving power and this and that. And today we have, the refrigerator at full throttle, and yeah, yeah. I mean, it is a light pilsner, but it is good. Suzanne Smith from Wisconsin, hello there, and hey, Remin Pasión, hola, Robert and Eliana, Van Live it is. Yes, it is Van Live, and as you can see, I'm sitting here by the copy, and we left the window open so you can see what's behind us. Um, Actually, back there, I don't think you can tell by the picture, but back there you have the bathrooms, and there's people in there in the bathroom with the windows open. So anyway, I shouldn't move this too much, just in case we lose connectivity. Sherry Brennan, hi everyone. Yes, Robert, we see you. Thank you. And Bob Poole and Verna in Wickenburg, Arizona. Hello there. And can you hear the music? It's kind of loud. Fabio Lopez, I was watching a different live show on YouTube, and left to see Roberto. I'm buffering right now. I'm sorry to, the internet might be sketchy tonight, just because of the fact that This place was supposed to have Wi-Fi, but it doesn't. So we're using our data plans here. One of my data plans failed. Glendy Orantes from Southern California. Hello there. And Rafael Jacopin, are you coming to Italy? Not on this trip. We have barely enough time to explore the southern tip of Spain, and I think we're only gonna go as far east as Alicante. So yeah, what's the weather like? Well, it's been mixed. I mean, it's been good weather in the sense that it hasn't rained. It's been sunny, blue sky days every day. But like today in Seville, it was rough. It was cold. It was hot. It was like I don't know, 40. The car at one point said 44 degrees Celsius, which I believe is like 120 Fahrenheit. So yeah, that part hasn't been fun, but right now it's kind of chilly. I mean, we're next to the Atlantic Ocean, and it's probably in the 60s. Darlene Barcelo, yes, a few years ago, my husband had a blood clog in his lungs. Okay, that's probably part of another thread, right? I'm sorry to hear that. Have you had any good tapas with your IPA? We've had so much good food, but believe it or not, and this is gonna be counterintuitive, but the places that we heard the most, like best recommended places, except for one or two, some of them have been not a disappointment, but they didn't live up to the hype. But some places that we've discovered by serendipity, just we're hungry at the time and we happen to go along the place. They have been great. They have been great. Remember how to drive manual? Hey, it's like riding a bicycle. You never quite forget it. You just get the feel of the clutch, and luckily enough for me, the last manual I drove was also a Fiat Ducato. So yeah. Hey, trailer traveling, happy Friday! Traveling Robert in Los Angeles and fellow Pelicans from Ottawa. Hello, Ottawa. And yeah, we've had a great time here in Spain, and it's certainly it's the cultural experience. And today we visited Seville. It's you visit all these places that have been here for thousands of years, and yeah, and the food is great. Mike Zupan, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Why you call it IPA instead of beer in the US, for M. Jesus? Well, IPA is a type of beer. It's a type of ale. There's two types of beer. There's lagers and ales, and then there's certain types of ales like the Trappist that the Belgians make, and this one is an India Pale Ale that the British invented. So they would ship it to India, and it would still arrive somewhat good when it arrived to India. So it had more hops and all that, and that's the birth of the India Pale Ale, also called IPA. So it's just a type of beer. Mr. Robato, speaking mostly Spanish now must be different. Yeah, it is. Yes and no. I speak Spanish with family all the time, but then it's a different dialect, right? From the Spanish we speak in Cuba. Even the Cuban Spanish from Miami is different from the Cuban Spanish from Cuba. It's so certain words are different and all that, but you get used to it. And since I lived in Madrid for 1.5 years when I was in my teens, I remember most of the words, so I've been able to communicate good. And yeah, it's been fun. Jim Foster, hola Robert, listening and driving to a dinner meeting. Hey, bon appetit. Bob Leach, hello from Tennessee. How is it going with no AC in the camper van? Is it hot there? Is it in this as it is in the southern USA? I have so many questions. Yeah, it's been originally this trip was going to happen a month ago, and things got delayed. One thing led to the other, so and I still figure it's gonna be cool at night, but first, we're in the middle of a heat wave in the south of Spain. It's, I mean, even in Seville, it's not supposed to be this hot this time of the year. And then yeah, it's no AC, and the car is like a greenhouse, right? So it traps all the heat inside. So what we've been doing, sometimes when it gets too hot, we just idle for, the cabin does have AC, so we just idle for a few just to lower the temperature. And um and then, like, right now it's not bad, but we're on the coast, we're on the Atlantic. Tomorrow we'll be on the Mediterranean, and also it's supposed to cool down, generally. The heat wave is winding down. Susan Boatman, you're fine, Robert. I'm glad that you're in Spain. I fell in love with Spain when I became a fan of Julio Iglesias when he came to the U.S. Yeah. How much longer are you there, Robert? We're here for another in Spain for another 3 weeks more. No, not even. No, 2 more weeks. That's it. 2 more weeks. Time flies. Even sometimes you're not having, but we've been having fun. Just the camper van life has had its ups and downs. You know, First of all, they gave us a clunker, an old clunker here. This camper van has all types of problems and issues. It's beat up. It has dents and scratches all over. The toilet leaks sometimes. Actually, we left the water pump on. Should we leave it on? Because, well, sometimes when we leave the water pump on, the toilet fills up with water. And these cassette toilets are only 20 liters, which is like 4.5 gallons. Not good. And that would be the RVDJ is remotely supervised, and all kinds of little issues like the water hose they gave us. The quick connect is missing the one of the gaskets, and it splashes all over. And yeah, this
He's missing the screens.
it's yeah, the back door and the side sliding door here are missing the screens, and they never, someone broke them, and they never bothered to replace them. So we got stuck with the rig that doesn't have screens. um I mean, all kinds of little issues that I would not recommend indie campers, at least not in Spain. And their customer service is like not great. uh Janelle, can you show us inside the van? Actually, tomorrow morning I might do like a van tour here real quick, and I was gonna do it today. And this is the other thing, you know, things in it's like different countries in the world that run on different times, and we got. I mean, I don't think this is like the standard in Spain, but checking took like an hour in this place. So we were thinking, actually, we went to a place closer to where we were, just so we would have more time, enjoy. Maybe I would take a dip in the water,
The
which
laundry.
we do laundry, all kinds of things. And this guy was like in the middle of 20 different things, and talking and chatting and this and that, and taking phone calls, and then chatting again about it's gonna be windy tomorrow, and he's like a surfing master, and he knows about the wind. And uh, it kind of reminds me of my friend Chuchi, but in a bad way. Yeah, he has kind of that look, and he just talks and talks and talks, and he doesn't check you in. It was like, but and then he didn't remember that I had paid, because they nickel and dime me for everything at this place. That I had paid for the dumping of the tanks and the water and the dumping of the cassette toilets. So I had to show him the receipt. Luckily, he gave me a PDF. Anyway, it's the joys of van life. It's been good overall. A van tour might make for a good YouTube short. Sex big James Lade. No, it's not gonna be that short. I can go into depth and details and show you how beat up this old clunker is. I mean, it's got about 75,000 kilometers, which is not a whole lot for a diesel engine, but yeah. Pete Diaz, Benitini is not happy right now and most likely disappointed. Benitini is having a swell time in Florida. with the humidity. But yeah, I can't wait to go back and take it for a spin. Cecilia Petrovsky, that is outrageous. Call them and complain. Can you exchange it for another one? They just said it literally. I mean, this is the only one we have. Take it or leave it. And to his credit, the guy tried to fix some of the things. I mean, this thing was filthy, and he tried to clean up a little bit. I mean, it's not. It's not being a good experience with the rental company, but we'll survive. We've done it before. Is it true that dinner is served much later than at restaurants in the U.S.? Well, we just had dinner at 10 p.m. and I think we were early, and we've been kind of embracing that later lifestyle, and waking up later and going to sleep at 12 or 1 a.m. pretty much every night, because that's what we're doing the live stream at this time. It's 11:13 p.m. here, just because everything happens later, everything happens slower. It is what it is. Good evening from the northwest tip of Spain. Well, we are near the southern tip of Spain. We're very close to. We're kind of halfway between Cadiz and Tarifa. Tarifa is the southernmost point in Europe. So is it Europe or the Iberian Peninsula? It may not be Europe, huh? I would like to look at a map. I would have to look at a map, and of course, no, it's not. But it is the southernmost point in Spain for sure. In fact, actually, we've been doing kind of a zigzag back and forth, and yesterday we came very close to this area as well, and we were able to see the mountains in Morocco, in Africa, in northern Africa. Dusty Haskins. Hey Robert, we did your Devil's Tower and Black Hill Strip last weekend, and we even stumbled on the boondocking side, so we stayed there. Hey, is keep it warm for me. That was a great boondocking style stop. An hour rub on the road. Did they wander off and have a sandwich while they're checking? No, he just was doing 10 things at the same time and chatting. He just wanted to chat. And I'm here patient. I almost left. I was this close to leaving, but we really needed a place with electricity tonight so we could do the live stream. And supposedly they were supposed to have Wi Fi, which they don't. But it is what it is.
The guy after you left.
The guy after me left.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was like ridiculous. And hey, everybody, say hello to my mom. Hi, everyone. Greetings from Miami. I hope that Illy and Robert have spending a beautiful trip with good health, enjoy, and a big hug. Love, mom. Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, we complain about this and that, but it's been fun for the most part. And but next time we'll do certain things different. We might get, if we do RVing again in Europe, we're gonna get a small class C. I don't think we are wet bath camper van people. You know, I would love to have a propane refrigerator in this thing. That 12-volt refrigerator depletes the battery within 12 hours. We might do things different. And if we're gonna visit like Seville, for example, we're not gonna visit it with an RV, even though it's a great thing. Every city in Spain, almost every city, has an RV dedicated lot, and some of these lots have, like, for a small fee, they have dump stations and all that. Like we had one in Cordoba. The one in Cadiz didn't have dump station, but it was a very nice parking lot, oceanfront. Um, or else Toledo had a nice parking lot too. Yeah, it's just a thing. If we're gonna have an RV like this one, that it cannot boondock for more than 24 hours without plugging into power, and especially in this heat, then you know, we really could have spent 2 3 days in Seville and see everything, and we had to kind of rush it, just because of that, because this van is not boondock ready for more than one night. How was your local experience with local drivers in Spain? It hasn't been bad. I mean, being from Miami, I'm used to crazy drivers, and it's been a lot better than Miami. One of our Uber drivers was complaining, and he almost got into a fight with another guy, but it hasn't been bad, to be honest. And I kind of get the traffic pattern. I still am a little apprehensive when I get one of those big roundabouts with 3 lanes. Those 3 lane roundabouts. Some of them even have stop signs in the middle, or traffic lights. But it's fun. It's fun to drive, and this Fiat Ducato, in all honesty, it's kind of fun to drive. It's peppy. It does like 21 miles per gallon. Uh, it's Sandra Winners. Hi, traveling Robert. It's Sandra Winners. I'm Jeffrey Riz from Carson City, Nevada. Happy Friday. When are you coming to Carson City, Nevada? Most likely, maybe this winter. We can do it. Does it snow a lot there? Maybe we can do it this winter. Remin Pasión, excited to see those mosques converted into Catholic church. Yeah, it's that we're talking the Mezquita de Córdoba, the Córdoba mosque, which it's actually it's been three different temples through its history. It was a Visigoth uh, temple. There was a mosque, and then when the reconquering of the southern Spain, they built a lavish cathedral in the middle of it. The good thing is they didn't destroy the mosque. Everything is still there. They just repurposed it. So that's cool to see. Sounds like traveling Robert ran into a lot of mañana. Hey, Raúl y Medina, how are you? Hello, Robert. We are reliving your Arizona video in real life for vacation. Hey, have fun. Arizona is awesome. I can't wait to get back there. And Beth Kramer, thank you for that super chat. Thank you so much. And hi, Robert. Good to see you. My mom, Jessie, in Ohio, and David and I in Vero Beach. Always look forward to seeing you on Fridays. Well, yeah, here we are now coming to you from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, right next to the ocean. Actually, I just actually dipped my feet in the ocean. It was very cold, but I had to do it, right? Mark Jones, better late than never. Hello, fellow Pelican heads, and happy Friday. Is diesel cheaper in Spain than you have to make the calculation? I don't remember how much it was the last gas station we put it on, but it's only in liters, so it's kind of hard to convert. But we'll do the conversion. I'll let you know in next video. Up north, we call the roundabouts the rotary. There you go. Sandra Winners, where are you now? We are at a town called El Palmar, like the palm tree grove, and that will be in southern Spain, yeah, near the southern tip of Spain. In fact, that's what we're planning tomorrow. Do like the southern tip of Spain, and maybe even going to Gibraltar, which is a British territory here. How long trip in Spain? We're gonna be here for another 2 weeks or so. Undefeated records. Sleeping during the day during the summer months started before air conditioner and became the custom. I once played a show as a headliner and didn't take the station until 2 a.m. We got used to it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hear. I've been told we're gonna be having this music right here. There's a bar like a block away, not even, uh, maybe 50 meters away, and they're supposed to have music until 3 or 4 a.m. So it says 1 a.m. Okay, maybe Maybe I misspoke. I'm prone to hyperbole sometimes. Mark Jones coming in late. Do I understand issues with the Class B? Does this change your opinion for getting one in for the USA travels? I mean, if there's a more comfortable wet bath where the shower curtain doesn't stick to your body, and my big issue is with the wet bath. Everything else I can kind of live with. I mean, you get used to the close quarters and it being so tight. And my other than that, my bigger issue with this van is that it's kind of a beat up clunker that they gave us, and yeah. Oliver DeVries, Robert, have you been to a flamenco show? Actually, we just not a show like at a bar. I've been to one many years ago, and in Miami they have flamenco shows, not of the quality of the ones here. Yesterday we were at Plaza de España, which is, by the way, the place where they filmed the Phantom Menace, the Star Wars movie that we would all like to forget. Uh, and there was, it's for tips. I gave him a euro. They have the guy with the guitar, another lady doing the claps, and the other lady dancing, and this was fabulous, fabulous. I mean, and not only flamenco show, like it was great, but the flamenco music itself. One of the bars that we went to is called the Havanita, by the way. Uh, it wasn't pure flamenco, but it's music done in flamenco style. They have the guitar, they have a guy with the cajon, and this lady singing. It was beautiful. Today we were there, but almost for sunset, and it's kind of flamenco pop, but yeah, it was yeah. But we haven't been to like a pure flamenco show at a bar. No, we haven't. But this impromptu flamenco show at the Plaza de España in Seville was, and Seville is home to flamenco music. The Triana neighborhood, the Triana quarter as they call it. It's so yeah. This traveler, how are you? How you doing? Hey, it's the raining Spain that mainly stays on the plains. Traveling duo, raining Spain that mainly is that a tongue twister? Because it hasn't rained. How long have we been here? A little over a week.
1 week.
1 week exactly. I haven't seen one cloud throughout the whole week. Maybe one day in Madrid we had a couple of clouds, but not rain. It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to rain here for months. Um, in the southern part of Spain, Steve Giblin, 21 miles per hour for gas. 21 miles per gallon for gas. Sounds great. And you're doing a flamenco show bar. Wow, great weather over there great over here in New England. I'm glad you're having good weather. We've had great weather. It's just being a little on the hot side. Good question, Bob Leash. Groceries. Are groceries less expensive than in the US? Wine. Is wine less money and higher quality? Have you seen any Cigar City brew anywhere while out and about? IPA is totally not a thing here. In Madrid, which is the only place where I've seen an IPA, is Mao, which is the regular lager beer. And they did a collaboration with Founders
Founders.
Brewers Brewing Company. They did a Mao IPA, but no, it's right now where we're having a pilsner. IPAs are not a thing here, but now food, either at the supermarket or at restaurants, is considerably cheaper. Like you go to a bar and you can have a beer for $1.50, $2, and they even give you some Spanish olives to go with it. I mean, been to very expensive places too, like the rooftop bar at the Rio, which are overpriced just because of where you are and they can get away with it. But you go to any bar, even today, we went to this relatively fancy restaurant. We had this seafood wok, which was like what,
$16
$16? You would pay $30 for that dish in Miami, at
at
least.
least.
and we had two beers for 250 each or something like that. And the ahi tuna, I think, was the tataki tuna. It was the most expensive thing, and it was $20. And you'll probably pay a lot more for that. And that's the best tuna in the world in season right now here in the culinary mecca of that type of food. So generally speaking, it's food is cheaper.
And the wine too.
And the wine too. You can have a great bottle of wine for, I mean, 350. I mean, not great, but totally, totally good, totally drinkable. No, no problem. Yeah. And if you want to get fancy, the bottle that you would pay maybe like a really really good bottle of wine in Miami, maybe $20. You can have it for maybe 12 here, something like that. Yeah, in euro, but yeah, euros and dollars are almost the same right now. Craig Sawyer, I'm glad I could finally find some time to say hello. Hey, Craig, it's been a while, and I know you've been with us for a very, very long time. So thank you for stopping by. Hey, Red Jaguar, who has also been with us for a very, very long time. Hello, my Pelican Head family and my friends, Mr. Traveling Robert, coming to you today from Spain. Is boat up with bass sharp. Sounds like you would enjoy a second generation Travato 5G, roomy with bath. Doesn't use a shower curtain, has an actual black tank and proper fridge. Must better experience than that clunker you have. The only thing with the Travato, my only problem with the Travato is the holding tanks. Doesn't it have like an 18-gallon fresh water and something like that? Same for gray. It's something ridiculously small like that. When you have this one that I have right here, I don't know exactly the conversion, but we have like in the camper van, like granted we don't really have a black tank, but we had like 30 gallons or of it's a good two good showers we can get out of this tank. So that's my only thing with the Travado. Travado, the holding tanks are very small. The only Class B in the United States, no, in North America, they're actually Canadian that I've found with large holding tanks is the panoramic. So Stephen Loy, our friend from Savannah. Hey, Robert and Lily, good to see you in Spain. Can't believe you're over there. Have a great time and come back safe. Come see me in Savannah when you return. We'll stop by Savannah at some point. Italy is very cheap too. Yeah, I thought I thought this was gonna be like a very expensive country. Although I've heard anecdotal commentary from other YouTubers who live in Spain, and it's relatively inexpensive. And same with RV parks, and a lot of cities have like free RV parking, or you can park in the middle of the city for like $10. Um, and that is something that I think the U.S. should embrace. Just have an RV lot and charge. I mean, so we don't have to stay at a Walmart. Like in where were we? Granada, in Cadiz. No, we haven't been to Granada. Cordoba, in Cordoba, Cadiz, and Toledo. They have this. In Toledo it was free. In Cordoba and Granada it was a nominal fee, but like, what was it, like $10 or $14 or something like that, and you get free parking. I mean, not free parking in the middle of the city, so you can see all the attractions. Um, and some of those have like facilities to dump the tanks and all that. So RVing for the weekend. Howdy from Perry, Florida. Hello, Perry. And vagando everywhere por todos lados. Hello to the mods. And how did you get Minitini to Spain? Well, we have this camper van that we rented. We're doing it different. Around the world in 80 days. Well, I do have a crazy idea to do that someday. Mark Jones, sounds like you're hitting the treadmill hard when you get home. Well, this is the thing. exploring all these cities, and we've been sweating gallons of sweat because when it's hot, it's hot. Publish, you want to know all the details, don't you? How about emptying the urine vessel? The smell, the warmth, the grossness, nothing. It's actually using it. It's more unpleasant than dumping it. Uh, just
The
because
opening and closing.
yeah, there has a guillotine on the bottom, and you have to like go down and open the thing and close it, and it smells. There's no other way to put it. It's really not a. It's a latrine. It's a pit. It's a miniature portable pit toilet. It's a latrine, and it's gonna smell. Dumping it is really not that bad.
Mm.
Just hold your breath. You see the stuff coming out. Here in Spain, they have like these oversized toilets at the campgrounds where you dump it and then you flush it, and then they have a hose and you rinse it out. It's actually not so bad,
No.
but actually using it, it's not the greatest experience. It's not, as our friend Matt would say, it's not a prime pooping position. It's not. It's one of those that you want that I'm that guy that sometimes I stay there. I start looking at social media. I stay 10 minutes in the toilet. Here I just go in, do my business, and get out. I don't want to be in there any longer than I have to. It's that kind of experience. Pete Diaz, thank you for that super chat. Um, how about the noisy bar behind you? If you can beat him, join him. Have an IPA on me. Let me tell you, we already had a couple of beers here and there. We went bar hopping. Um, and here they have this thing called pescaditos fritos, which is like fried fish. They have different. It's like an Andalusian thing. It's delicious, but that bar is a little too rowdy for my taste. Um, it's like one generation or two younger than us, and okay, Ili says two. I refuse. And we don't really know the music, and everybody's dancing and shouting, and it's rowdy. Paula Boys, hello from Iowa. Sorry to hear all the issues you're having with the band world. Yeah, it's not that bad. Um, it's a learning curve, and I could even put up with the bathroom, maybe, but
It's the stuff that doesn't work, like the
it's the
hose.
stuff that doesn't work. Yeah, a lot of stuff doesn't work in this RV, and if I had like more batteries, solar, a propane refrigerator that I could boondog for a couple of days, that would make a heck of a difference. Yes, Sonia, I'm gonna get a refill. I'm supervised, but good supervised. This Cruz Campos stuff is good. I mean, not my cup of tea or beer for that matter. I would rather have an IPA, but when in Rome, right? That's what they drink here, and that's what we're drinking. Boot up with base at 59 Gs, 21 fresh, 15 grade, 11 black. Tank capacity hasn't been a problem in our 59K using very low flow faucet, and the shower nozzles do wonders. Lots of showers, let water run, etc. Uh, yeah, maybe we need to get a different type of faucet, but 21 fresh. Actually, Minitin is like 25, so it's not that much less. Yeah, 11 black is kind of on the low side. 15 gray. Yeah, I don't know. I really wanna like the Travado. I really wanna. I really like the fact that I could almost park it anywhere. Uh, but still, hey, Jim in DC just arrived. I'm still jet lagged for the chat. Happy Friday. Why is it dark? Well, it's Well, believe it or not, it hasn't been dark for that long.
It's 11:38.
Sunset happened like an hour and a half ago. It's 11:38 p.m. here. Mm. Paula Boys, we're looking forward to your video in Spain. My husband Doug, Navy Days, was in Madrid for almost 2 months. Madrid is a lovely city. What is Robert and Illy drinking? Well, drinking the local specialty here, Cruz Campo Pilsner. That's what everybody drinks at every bar. It's like in Madrid, it was more like Mao or San Miguel.
Estrella.
Estrella de Galicia, also in Madrid. But here it's Cruz Campo. We're in the south of Spain now. Very different, very different. The accent. Actually, they have a lovely accent here. It's uh, it's quite something to hear. We've been singing along your songs, driving to the west, and on this Arizona trip. Thank you for your music, very uplifting. Thank you. I need to make some music for Spain. Actually, we need to do some kind of a new flamenco kind of. The RVD, does Illy need a wine refill? Actually, Illy is having Cruz Campo with me, but I think she would prefer to have wine. So she's unsupervised. Just give her one. Just don't worry about it. Bob Leach, you ate at a tapas restaurant in either Savannah, Georgia, or Charleston, South Carolina. There was an awkward pride parade. Do you remember the name? Oh no, that was yeah, that was yeah, but that was um, Asheville, North Carolina. Yeah, that place actually was very authentic, very good. The name is Curate. Actually, it's spelled like curate, but in Spanish it would have an accent in the U. So yeah, they do put the accent on the U. So it's pronounced curate. But yeah, and it's supposed to evoke the fact that sharing wine and tapas with friends curates, not curates, cures everything, every illness you may have. So yeah, we've had a lot of, but tapas where they're really a thing is some of these old fashioned places in Madrid. You order a beer for $2.50, or sometimes there is a little more, but then they include a whole plate. There's not a tapa like the tapa used to be like a little plate to cover your glass so flies wouldn't fly in. Um, and then we went to this place called El Tigre, the tiger, and they give you like a whole plate of like two plates they gave us with all kinds of different things just for ordering one beer. That place is famous for that. So yeah, let me go back here through some of your comments. What's gas going for in there, Jane Norm? I haven't, since I think everywhere is pretty much the same price. I haven't really checked, and it's liters, and I'm doing diesel, so but I'll give you a run of what the conversion will be. I know we did the conversion with my fuel consumption here, and it's about 21 miles per gallon, which is I think really good for a van of this size. Put in the hand clap things. Sorry, I don't know the name of them. Put in your music. Yeah, for the Hispanic music, the castanets. Yeah, las castañuelas. The castanets are gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna have some of those, and some guitar, and I have it here in the. I'm in my meeting. Safe travel. Supervision released. All right, Jim Foster, Sonia, take advantage of the situation. And Jim in DC says, Sonia, may I have a beverage to make up for tardiness? You may have two. 61 Carrion Route 66. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Hola. Mama Morales, Alma Morales. Yeah, mom is watching. Uh, Eric Cuellar. Howdy, Robert. What kind of class B you're in? This is a Waynesburg. I don't know exactly the name. It's the model number, but it's a Waynesburg built. It's German, built on a Fiat Ducato chassis. I believe it is not the shortest one, not the longest one, but the middle one. But yeah, classic. I'm gonna give you. I was gonna do a tour and show you guys, but today we just didn't have the time. So I might do a tour tomorrow morning at some point. If the campground is not too busy, I don't want to be, walking around the van with the camera, surrounded by people. But yeah, it's standard, bed in the back. Then on the passenger side, you have the galley and refrigerator. No microwave to speak of or anything nonsense like that, or oven or anything like that. Then on the other side, you have the wet bath on this little dinette, and the seats that swivel here in the front, and we have some storage. Oddly enough, we don't have any storage in the bedroom in the back. We have storage under the bed, but not on top, because this camper can actually have two beds and sleep four. Erica Gutierrez, thank you for that super sticker. Thank you so much. Ah, man. The RV DJ is unsupervised. Woot woot. Did you say flies? I've seen a few flies and mosquitoes. Yeah. Jimmy did it too. Thank you, Robert. Although that might encourage tardiness. Well, yeah. Edna Kruger, some classic guitar thrown into the mix should be cool. Yeah, I might have to hire a real flamenco guitar player. We'll see if I know someone. Um, I can do a few chords, because there's a technique for everything, and that's not something that I'm going to master in just a few days. Robert, I know manual transmissions are very common there. Is your RV a manual transmission? Yeah, I don't know if you can see it here. Actually, there it is. It's a six-speed transmission, six on the floor in the Ducato. LP Carlos, I'm very proud that everybody is talking about my country in your channel. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, we've had such a great time in Spain. Uh, I mean, the only negatives are the things that you can help, right? The super hot weather, and the RV that didn't hasn't really lived up to expectations. But other than that, Oliver De Vries, Robert, while in Spain, you should be having sangria instead of cerveza. Believe it or not,
We have a lot of sangria.
we had Tinto de
Tinto de
Verano,
verano.
which is what summertime red, which is kind of like a simple sangria. It's just red wine with like Sprite, and sometimes they put lime on it or whatnot. But believe it or not, most people in Spain, like Spaniards, especially in summertime, they drink beer. That's what they drink. I mean, 99% of the people here, the locals, are drinking beer. Red Jaguar, how are you dealing with not having air during the hot part of the day? We walk into a bar and drink beer. Oh yeah, we have. And when we have to be here in the van, I have this fancy USB fan, and it works quite well. I don't have a
We don't
USB.
have it.
No,
Here.
yeah, it's too far. No, it's not. Is it too far? And then we just, you know, I don't know if you can see it, but it's running. And sometimes, sometimes it just blows hot air, but many times it makes a heck of a difference. I mean, it's being unseasonably hot. It's been days where it's been 100 degrees outside. So, have you flown the drone in Spain? I haven't done it yet, mainly because we've been in big cities, highly populated areas, and I have an app. from Spain for drones, and yeah, it's being restricted. Most of the places where I've been to. Now that we're gonna visit a little more rural areas, I might be able to fly it a little more. But we've been basically doing big cities. Sorry. We've basically been doing big cities since we started here. We've spent 3 days in Madrid, Toledo, which is a small medieval town, but still there was no drone flying there. Then Cordoba, Seville, Cadiz. They're all relatively big cities that where we haven't been able to do it. Vagando everywhere por todos lados. They drink beer. Estrella de Galicia and Heineken. Yeah, I've seen quite a few Heinekens here. Not so much in Madrid. I didn't see many people drinking Heineken in Madrid, but here in the south, they seem to like it more. Yeah. And oh, by the way, another thing, Burger King is totally a thing here. There's a Burger King in basically in every corner, and I've seen Popeyes. I've seen Pizza Hut.
Madrid. BK's everywhere, but
Yeah, those big chains in Madrid
mhm,
mostly. But Madrid is full of like American chains. Yeah,
mm,
not so much. And where were we? Like Seville is all like. Oh, and one thing that like the roadside restaurants, like most of them are not chains. A lot of them are just Manolos, restaurant or whatnot. So yeah. Christopher Olson, if it is the middle size, it's 6 meters, 19.7 feet. Yeah, I think this is the 6 meter Fiat Ducato. I'm pretty sure. Not 100%, but I'll measure it before we go. How is the jet lag? Have you acclimated? Oh, totally. The first day was a little rough, but we did a little siesta in the afternoon, and then we woke up, and then we, stayed until pretty late at night, and then we after that we kind of acclimated to the new schedule rather quickly. And the thing is, in Spain, everything starts and ends later. So we've kind of gotten used to that, slow morning start, kind of waking up a little later. And really, things don't really start happening here. Nothing really opens until 9:30, 10 a.m. normally. And the rest, I mean, some touristy restaurants, and there are coffee shops, and of course there's Starbucks everywhere. But like the typical restaurants, like yesterday in Seville, was it yesterday? Was today actually? uh, the place we wanted to eat at, the place that I had marked on my story, it didn't open until like 1:30 p.m. We were hungry earlier, so we went to this other place by the river, and it was actually a great experience. I haven't had I there's been very few places where the food experience hasn't been like great, but it's never been bad. Dan Valdez, hola Robert, great to see you. Alampar, beautiful wine country there. Yes, we're not going to wine country really, but it is. Have you two? You have 260 air conditioning, two windows down at 6 kilometers per hour. Well, yeah. Well, actually, we do have air conditioner in the dash. It's just the house, part of the RV that doesn't have air conditioner. Cracker Barrels in Spain, and I don't think so. No, I haven't seen any Cracker Barrels. But Kentucky Fried Chicken is totally a thing. Spain has a monarchy, so Burger King makes sense. Yeah, I think Burger King is more famous than McDonald's here, but both are. But mainly, I mean, yeah, in the big cities you see them more in the countryside, like here where we are right now. There's no chain restaurants. This is purely chiringuitos, which are like these beach bars, and just freiduras are they called? The fried fish places that they have here in the coast. Darlene Barcelo, thank you for that super chat. Hey, Robert, next Friday is my 60th birthday. I won't be on because I'll be on vacation in Florida. Could I get a happy birthday song today? Hey, darling. Happy birthday, darling. Happy birthday to you. Are they Dunkin' in Spain? Yes, there's Dunkin' Donuts. Yep. There's one on Gran Via. Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, they have Dunkin' Donuts. Super and Subway. I mean, pretty much all the chains. Not in the small towns, but in Madrid especially, it's like, yeah. Is the traffic quiet at this time of night? I don't know. Probably everybody is just drinking at the bars right now. It's if we go out, we are at the RV park right now. But if we go like, and I'm thinking metric already. So if we go, I don't know, 50 meters, 60 meters that way, it's gonna be rowdy in the main drag. There's a main drag right next to the beach, and it's a decent beach too. Jim and DC. The king of Spain is from the House of Bourbon. Just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Uh, Christopher Olson, where you find the tourists, you find the American fast food chains. Yeah, it's they're everywhere. Yeah, I don't know if it's just for the tourists or if Spaniards actually also like them. I know the first time I ever had Kentucky Fried Chicken was in Madrid in 1988, and I loved it. Phil Zale, Robert, I know of a very good flamenco guitarist. I might be able to connect with you, a brother-in-law. Yeah, if I could get someone to do some authentic riffs, that would be great. Cathedrals. What's the oldest cathedral you've been to, mass in Spain? We went to one,
In Cordoba.
the one in Cordoba, the one in the mosque. No, there was another one. It wasn't in Cordoba. It was in Cadiz. That was like from the second century, or we went to a place I forget now. I would have to look at my video again. It was also built on top of a mosque, by the way. But we went to a church that was like super old. It's all a blur right now. Not only because we've been having beer, but also we've been so many cities already. It's been a whirlwind trip. We've only been here for a week, a little over actually, a week and a
One
day.
week.
1 week, 1 week and a yeah. We arrived on a Friday morning, right? So 1 week and pretty much a whole day. But we've been to so many. Basically, they're all mainly old churches or palaces or that kind of thing, right? The historic buildings and
The oldest was probably the Roman.
oh yeah, we went to a Roman theater in Cadiz,
Hmm.
and that was I think the one from the second century or something like that. Yeah. Have you done any cooking in the van yet? And we're not gonna do any cooking in the van either. I don't think
Coffee.
so. I mean, we got a set of pots and pans from the rental company, but nothing looks really good,
There's no
and
space here.
there's not a whole lot of space to cooking here, and
Or to do
the,
dishes.
the or yeah, it's besides there's so much great food to be had at in Spain that we're not. I mean, we have stuff. We're not gonna starve to death here. I have some Iberic ham in that fridge that it's something that I mean you could get it in the States, but it would be very expensive. But we just got it. That's what they eat here. Iberian ham that is like to die for, and we got some different things like that. But yeah, uh, will you be there for the running of the bulls? It is in July. No, I don't. No, I don't think so. That was probably something that I wouldn't want to participate, right? Uh, Gary Lewis, greetings from Golden Valley. Oh, you're our neighbor now. How is speaking Espanol to everyone? It's been good. It's been good. We've communicated great. Yeah, it's uh, it's actually the RVDJ is pouring some more unsupervised wine for Eli. We actually do have wine in there too, by the way. We don't have to finish this Cruz Campo beer. A Patrick's Catalin, a Morales original flamenco song. I'd buy that track. Yeah, we're gonna. Um, I'm definitely gonna compose something for Spain. Maybe like a suite. Maybe it's gotta be like a suite, like what I did for San Francisco many years ago, with different themes. Maybe Madrid will be a little more classic flamenco, and then for Andalusia, we'll do a little more of a Sevillana flamenco. Different kind of. Ask Remy, are you sick? No, I'm not sick. I'm actually. I feel rather healthy. It's just it's midnight. It's midnight in Spain, and we're just a little bit tired. If you go to Fuengirola, there is finished things and people everywhere. Yeah, the whole south of Spain is full of Finnish, Swedish, British, especially in summer. That's what I've heard anyway. But yeah, we're probably going to Fuengirola. So I'll give you the report. Fuengirola, Nerja, Marbella. We're gonna try to see if we can park the van somewhere in Marbella. I doubt it, but at least we're gonna drive through it. And yeah, in any case, Bob Lish wants to know cake. What's the best cake we've had while in Spain?
The best way?
Cake. We haven't really had cake. No, we've had some pastries.
Turrón?
Turron. That we had some turron that was just nougat. We had some turron that was we actually had a sample and we had to buy it. It's there in the fridge. It's yeah, it was delicious. I might take some from my mom. She loves that stuff. Robin Menkler, thank you for that super sticker. Thank you so much. And the other thing we had that was sweet was marzipan, which it's all right. It's made by the nuns in Toledo or Toledo. Toledo is the one in Ohio. With the bar in Toledo, across from the depot. But Christopher Olson, the church can be from the second century. It's built on a mosque. It's probably from the seventh century. Uh, yeah, it wasn't. It have been the 12th century, not the second century. Right now, everything is a blur. I have to, recollect my thoughts, watch all the videos that I've made. We've been to so many. Yeah, probably the thing for the second century was that Roman theater, but don't quote me on that. More research has to go into this. But suffice to say that everything here, Christopher Columbus arrived in the Americas in 1492. So everything before that would be Native American ruins, and they don't go as far back as some of the things we've seen here. Like stuff from
The tower you went in today was from 1220 or something
the
like
tower. Yeah, the tower, the gold tower in Seville. It was originally a Moorish construction from the 12th century. Yeah, and and this served many purposes throughout the years. After after it became part of Spain again. Uh, well, then in the 1500s, it became the place where they would collect all the gold from the Americas. Because the ships would come up all the way through the Guadalquivir River, all the way up to Seville, and that's where they would you know. Unload all the bounty from the Americas, all the gold. So yeah, Teslas. Okay, good question, Bob Liz. Have you seen any Tesla cars while in Spain? I've seen a few, very few, very very few,
that. I haven't seen any chargers.
and some of the city buses they claim to be electric too, but I haven't seen any charging stations. All the gas stations are the same. You have two levels of gas and two levels of diesel. That's what I've seen pretty much everywhere. But I haven't seen many charging stations, so I guess Teslas are not really a thing here yet. I haven't seen any other. I've seen many hybrids. There are many hybrids, but pure electrics, I haven't seen many. At least I haven't noticed. Oh, we're doing overtime here. I think I'm gonna start wrapping it up, guys. I'm pooped. It's been a long day. We started early in Seville, and then we drove all the way down here, about 3 hours. Not even, not 2 hours, about 2 hours, and now we're going to sleep. Tomorrow we're probably gonna go around the southern tip of Spain, and maybe go to sleep somewhere around Malaga. We'll see. We haven't really planned that far ahead. Tomorrow we may go into England, Andalusia, and just since the weather is gonna start to cool down this weekend, we might go into Ronda and some of the England, Andalusia, more the countryside, if you will. See you all next week. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. The time difference, it's always kind of weird to do this. So your date didn't roll over to Saturday, says. Yeah, it is manual like the RV, my date generator here. But since we are already in a new month here, welcome to June 1st, everybody. Coming to you from the future. Have a great weekend, everybody. Coming to you from El Palmar, Spain. Happy Saturday. It's Saturday here already. And see you on the road. Next Friday, we're probably going to be, and let's see, because since I am overseas now, Google Calendar wants me to log in every time I go in, and right now it's just taking forever because I mean it's actually working remarkably well for the slow internet that we've had here. But yeah, I cannot tell you where I'm gonna be next. Actually, no, next weekend we're in Alicante, aren't we? Visiting
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and
Friday,
Sunday.
we don't know yet.
Next Friday we may be in Granada actually, or somewhere nearby. So that's all I can tell you. I don't even know where I'm going to be because we're kind of winging it, playing it by ear, and it's a great way to travel. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and see you on the road because I'm riding in my RV wherever I want to be because I'm free in my RV. Good night, everybody. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend.